So I am having what is for me a crazy, crazy experience. Because that crazy experience is, I actually feel some safety. And I feel more in the present, more connected to the present than I have for a long time. And I just noticed something else. I just saw on the road behind me like a dozen people on road bikes go by. And what I notice is that for a PTSD nervous system, at least mine, I can't distinguish normally between excitement and danger. Because they're both related to the sympathetic part of the nervous system, which isn't bad. It's just the gas pedal, and then parasympathetic to slow everything down, rest and digest, and so on. So yeah, fight or flight is sympathetic, but it's also just getting energy to live your life. And so I'm starting to be able to notice excitement. Like I had that thought, oh, that looks exciting, zipping down that road on those bikes and those colorful jerseys and whatnot. That looks exciting. Whereas my PTSD nervous system would be like, yeah, but what if you crash? Oh my God. Oh, I haven't felt excitement for so long. Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. As someone who has suffered some really severe PTSD, this feeling of safety is changing my experience of reality itself. I've genuinely not been out of fight, flight, or freeze for 35 years. And the crazy thing about that, it means in some fundamental ways I haven't been in touch with reality accurately for 35 years. Because that kind of trauma and the resulting PTSD, what it does to your mind, what it does to your nervous system, you look at everything through the lens of danger or potential danger. And because I had to forget what happened in order to survive, that's another way I was not in touch with reality, because I couldn't be and live. So I've needed to get in touch with the truth of my past in order to recover. And because I've done so much work on that, getting in touch with the truth of my past and accepting it and integrating it, I am now experiencing the present. I'm getting in touch with the present and the reality of the present in a way that has just not been a part of my life, ever. I barely know how to describe just how profound feeling myself here on this earth with the sky above me, the plane in the background, the cars in the background, the wind on my face. This is unbelievable. And part of what makes it, excuse me, part of it, what makes it so extraordinary is the spiritual awareness in me. And because I had so much dissociation, I didn't know it at the time, I didn't know it at all, that made it much easier to find so-called witness awareness, That absolute subjectivity, that I amness, that spaciousness in which everything arises, which is my own deepest, truest identity, as is true for everybody. And so the more I wake up to the reality of my past and reintegrate it, and then that allows me to wake up to my present, the more my spiritual awareness comes online as well. So being in the present for me actually has two dimensions to it. There's being in the temporal present, the passing present, and at the same time, I'm able to be in the absolute present, in which no time arises at all. So the experience I'm having now isn't only the experience of recovery from complex PTSD. It is that, but it also taps into big mind, great perfection. So many different words you can use. It's pretty cool. I feel a lot of gratitude for that. So it's really interesting to notice the progression of what my awareness wants to center on. I think 2 days ago it was freedom. I want to be free. I want to be free. Yesterday was very clear. Be fearless. Be fearless. And today, what's today? It might be something like, be expansive. It's not a hard feeling to get. In the mountains, in the sky above you. Be expansive. Oh. But it's interesting, as soon as I said that, freedom came back to mind. And also, be fearless. And yesterday, with that be fearless injunction, practice, meditation, there was a certain ferocity to it, because that was needed at that time. So that be fearless injunction is still in me, but it doesn't have that ferocious quality right now. Oh, I think be happy. Be happy. Maybe that's the injunction for today. Be expansive, be happy. Be grateful. Be relaxed. It's also a Saturday, so that doesn't hurt. I've heard weekends are good for those kind of things. Relaxing, recharging. I've never done that, never been able, but I hear. I hear that's what people do on weekends. And it's very hard to meditate when you are scared to death. But in what I'm feeling now, I could meditate. I could meditate very easily. And it's interesting because that fierceness, that ferocity that I felt really the past few days, it's important. It's really important. Because there are a lot of times in life, not for everybody, but for enough of us, man, you have to be strong. But another interesting question is strong. To what end? Serving what? There's so many difficult, impossible situations that are possible for a human life. And so many of those difficult, impossible situations are happening for so many of us alive today. What do you do? What do you strive for? What are you willing to defend? What are you willing to fight for? How much are you willing to fight for? But you also don't want to be rigidly stuck in a fighting mode, even if it is necessary. You do want some flexibility. You do want to be able to relax, to laugh, to connect. These are real skills. They're important skills. You want to be a whole human, an integral human, in touch with everything that you really are. And that is where integral theory is so valuable. As Ken always says, the map is not the territory, but it's not good to have a crappy map either. He has developed an extraordinary map. And the thing that's crazy for me is that in some ways I'm in touch with the territory of life for the first time, kind of now, right now, because all I had before was the map. That's not enough. The whole point of the map is to get in touch with as much of the territory of what it means to be a human being as possible. And when you're stuck behind 1,000 feet of bulletproof glass, which is one way that dissociation felt to me, you can't touch the territory at all. I mean, I feel my feet in my shoes. I feel the dirt, the clay under my feet. And for me, that is extraordinary and extraordinarily new. So literally being able to just feel my feet connected to the ground, connected to the earth, is something I am profoundly grateful for. And because I did do so much spiritual work earlier in life, heaven and earth are kind of connecting right now. That's a very cool feeling. Meaning non-duality. Finally. Oh, it feels good. Both spacious and grounded. So good. So good.